Hey everyone, it's Darby from Blue Television Games. For today's tips and tricks, I thought we'd look at Super Mario World for some inspiration. This is a lot of people's favorite Mario game, so I thought it'd be a cool style and a good choice for some inspiration. We're going to look at Iggy's castle off of the first world in Super Mario World, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so Iggy's castle is one of my favorite castles in Super Mario World. One of the things that I really like about this is the fence mechanic where you can jump on the fence. We can't do this in Super Mario Maker, so instead we'll do a fence background and kind of mimic it a little bit. You'll notice the Koopa Troopas are the primary enemy in this level, and there's also a lot of coins that kind of just guide you around. That P-switch we'll talk about here in a moment. There's lots of gaps with lava pits. That's something we can do. Lava bubbles, that's another easy thing we can do in Super Mario Maker. Now if we had that P-switch activated, we could actually jump onto those coins right there because they would be blocks. So maybe we can make a P-switch alternate route in our level. I would love to see this fence mechanic added in Super Mario Maker. Of course we have a checkpoint here at the end. Now we have an auto-scrolling portion of the level, which we can do in Mario Maker. We gotta make some sort of crushers, maybe we could use thwomps. There's alternate places you can duck down here to avoid those, we could do that. We can do the flying question mark block. We can add more pits to the level. And lastly, we have a door that takes us to the boss. And a little sped up boss fight here for you. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put some ground down so we have a place to go. Let's make our first gap here for our first jump. We'll put some coins just to kind of guide people. And I kind of fell off there, but we're going to make that a little bigger. Alright, and to get the look of Iggy's castle, we're going to need to put some of this fence semi-solid platform down. If fence isn't your current default, you may have to shake your semi-solid platform a couple times to get this background. And Koopa Troopas are going to be our main enemy type. We'll put a green one there, that way he'll actually kill himself. If you don't jump on him, he'll just walk right into the lava. He's pretty easy to deal with. Always want to start out your level pretty easy so people can get a feel for things. Alright, I like the way that plays out. Let's put a red Koopa up there so he will not fall off. He'll be a little harder to deal with. And we'll somehow reward someone if they decide to take that top path. Copy and paste that. I'm going to try to use that as a little repetition, but maybe we'll make it to where you can't jump up to that top one from the bottom. So the only way to get to that second fence over here is to jump from the top of the left fence. We'll hold off on the P-switch for now. Let's make a power-up because people like power-ups near the beginning. It gives them a chance to get hit and they won't die. And this is still early enough to where it'll be helpful. That gives you a shell to take out both of those. And then once you're up here, you can get the power-up. Perfect. But you can't jump up to the top of that fence without jumping off the fences on the left, which I like, but let's change the coin layout so that when you jump you can collect all the coins. Touch it up just a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're off to a good start here. Let's go ahead and move the ending of the stage all the way back so we have plenty of room. And let's make our first lava bubble to dodge. Make it a little higher so it's more of a threat. That works pretty good. You could still jump over that, so I think it's at a good height. Let's go ahead and make another platform here. This will be the default route, which will actually be a little bit harder. And then we will make our P-switch route, which will be a lot easier. we want to make sure that they'll jump onto this little platform. So let's make sure, do a blind jump here. Let's move the next platform over far enough to where you can't reach it from the bigger platform. That way you have to jump on each one. Alright, cool. That works out good. Now let's work on that P-switch alternate route. I'm going to add another Koopa Troopa down here so there's more to deal with to get that P-switch. Make it a little more rewarding. Alright, we're going to put coins up here. This will be our path after we hit the P-switch, which will be a lot easier than going past the lava bubbles and making those tight jumps. Let's go ahead and test this out. So jump down here, hit the P-switch, go up to the top, and we can bypass all those hard jumps. That actually worked out really well. Thinking there should be another reward up here if you take the P-switch route. Let's see, maybe we'll use a fence that you can't jump up to. And we'll put maybe a power-up up here, or one up, or something like that. And just to make sure people don't find a way to jump up here, we'll block it in with some ground pieces. We'll make it a progressive power-up, so if you still have a mushroom, you can get a flower. Let's make sure we have that blocked in so it won't fall off. That works good. You can't jump up there, but just to be extra sure, we'll go ahead and block it in. And there's a nice little reward if you hit that P-switch and you make it over there in time. Maybe we'll put some fences back here. To make them nice and tall, that way no one can jump on the top. Alright, maybe we'll put one right here. No, because we don't want to make that jump too easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and replicate this platform over here just for some symmetry. It'll look better. And I'm laying some ground up here just so I can steal those little posts that go on the ground randomly. Let's shorten that a little so it looks a little better. Alright, I want one of those short posts, so I'm just going to keep laying ground. So I'm looking for the short post. There we go. I'll just copy that block and move it over just for some design. That looks pretty cool. Go ahead and erase that crap. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty nice. We'll just keep running those to the top so that no one can jump up there. I actually like it better without it. We'll just go with that. It looks pretty cool. Alright, maybe another little lava bubble here in the middle. Maybe a pair of them. Nothing too hard to jump over. Let's put some more ground down here. And we'll set up our pipe exit to the auto-scrolling portion. On Iggy's, it was a door that took you to the next section, but in order to make the next part auto-scrolling, we're going to have to use a pipe. Go ahead and fill this in real quick. That way the player can't see over here, see what's coming up next, in case we put something over there. There's our exit pipe. We'll put a power-up over here. And I like the progressive power-ups that reward players if they're still Super Mario. That way you can get a flower from this block. Let's put a hidden one up here as well. And some coins to kind of guide the player again. This first section looks pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick test here. I've got the video sped up quite a bit so we can just kind of roll through this real quick. Seems like everything's working as it should. Of course, has a nice look to it. It's got some good platforming, nothing too overly challenging. Trying to fix the power-up so it doesn't fall off the edge here, which it still did. Let's go ahead and eliminate the outside question blocks. That should solve the problem. There we go. Alright, maybe decorate the beginning of the stage a little bit here somehow. I'm not really liking that. What about some coins over the directional arrow there? That looks pretty cool. Maybe we can hide another one-up block up here. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go ahead and get ready for the next section. This will be our auto-scrolling thwomp section where you can get smashed. We don't want to directly rip off the original castle, but we do want to use the basic ideas of it. So it'll have the same format, just things will be laid out a bit differently. And I almost forgot the checkpoint before that, so let's go ahead and put that checkpoint there. Add a couple more enemies here just to make things a little tougher. Alright, let's put it on auto-scrolling. We don't want it to be too crazy fast. It'll have the feel of the original Iggy's castle. We'll go ahead and make some ceiling here. One of the things I liked about Iggy's castle is on the smashing part, it made you feel a little claustrophobic because it was kind of a tighter corridor. So let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Get rid of those posts that randomly appeared. And let's put a mushroom on a thwomp. So we can't make the smashers from Super Mario World, but this will do the job. And let's make a place for the thwomp to sit up inside of. That way they are high enough to where you can dodge them a little easier. And we'll copy the little coin pattern from Mario World. I think the first 3 coins in this section were laid out like that. We'll go ahead and get another spot here ready for another thwomp. And maybe this time we'll make a double. Make the challenge just get a little bit harder as it goes. And maybe we'll make an alternate place to duck down, kind of like they had in Super Mario World. Let's try this out and kind of see how it goes. Looks like we don't really need that alternate place to duck down there, so we'll hold on to that idea for now. And let's make our flying question mark block with the progressive power-up inside. Which once again will kind of mimic the Iggy's Castle stage where that flying power-up came right around this part. And let's prepare for some more thwomps. Let's go ahead and make a gap here to jump. This will kind of slow the player down and make these thwomps more of a threat. Go ahead and make a couple more gaps here to make this part a little more challenging. Alright, so that part flows a bit nicer now. I like that. Let's make our challenging part with 5 thwomps. See how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and fill these in real quick too, just to make it look a little better. Let's put some more coins here. Not really liking that. feel like I keep getting smashed there. I might have to fix that thwomp. Let's replicate that first 3 coins. That looks a little cooler. Hit the power up. Jump the little gaps. Now we're on to our 5 thwomp section. Alright, so let's try to make some little gaps here for Mario to hide in. See how it works here. We will try one in 3 different spots here and just kind of see how it flows. It's actually just a little bit too hard. Let's try again here real quick. Yeah, I'm not really liking that too much here, so let's try again with 2 gaps and 4 thwomps. See if it's any better. We'll go ahead and add some ground there to separate them. Let's go ahead and make some more room to collect the power up from the flying question mark block here. We'll move it over a little bit closer so it arrives a little quicker. Let's move the goal back so once we get to the end here, the auto-scrolling will stop. We'll block all this in. Touch up the top here. Let's set up the end here with another pipe. This will lead us to the boss fight here in a little bit. Put another power up here in case you lose yours. And we'll make it progressive, so if you have the super mushroom, you'll get the flower. And we'll add another checkpoint there before the boss fight, that way people don't have to redo this thwomp part if they beat it. Let's try to get some post here again to decorate. And we'll just put them on some of the ends here, just for a little bit of a design aspect. See if we can get the fence or the taller post for some more options here. That's really the best way to get them to appear, is just keep randomly drawing. And there's the fence I was looking for. Let's put it towards the exit. Or I guess the entrance, you could say. Erase this little bit here. Let's make another gap, maybe 2, and maybe some more lava bubbles. A double and a single there to dodge. Let's go ahead and test this out and see how it's all working. I keep dying at that same thwomp there, so let's move everyone over one. That way everyone won't get smashed and killed right there. Yeah, that's definitely better. Get our power up. Jump these little gaps. Little place to duck down. He smashed me too quick, so we need to touch this area up a little bit. So let's make this a single thwomp right here. And maybe we'll make another gap. Let's try that out and see how it goes. Power up. And slide in there if you want. Jump over. You gotta jump over to get him to come down. I like that a lot. Then there's a few little lava bubbles that are easy to dodge. Jump up and get the progressive power up. Alright, we're getting close on this section. Let's add some coins here and there. I'm gonna move those lava bubbles up a little so they're more of a threat. Let's add lava bubbles to the gap there. Now I'm just going to touch it up so it looks a little better. We're going to add a little bit more fence just here and there. Actually looks pretty good. A couple more posts here. And delete those. And let's make all these even so it looks a little better. For repetition's sake, let's go ahead and do that everywhere. It'll look more well designed. It's actually more just for the gap for that flying power up so that you can hit it and get on top of it, but this way they'll all look symmetrical, or more aligned, I guess I should say. Alright, that looks pretty good. And we will place a pipe for the exit, which will lead us to the boss fight. Alright, place that pipe there. I'm thinking for the boss battle, we'll actually use Bowser Jr. It's not really a good replacement for Iggy Koopa himself, so we'll just have to make do with what we got. I was thinking of using a double door to replicate the door from the original game, but I don't know if we'll keep that idea or not. I was thinking we'll go through doors to enter the boss fight, kind of like it was in the original level. Plus, we can have the doors drop you into the boss battle, that way you can't just go back out. I think we'll scrap this progressive power up. We just got a power up, I kind of forgot there. Let's go ahead and block this in. Alright, that's all set up pretty nice. We could bring the fence aspect back. Just kind of layer some semi-solids over here just to kind of fill in the area. That looks pretty cool. Maybe we could put some Koopa Troopas walking down each platform. Let's go ahead and place them kind of randomly. We'll make them green so that way they'll fall off. Keep walking. That's pretty cool. Put a couple more down. And let's go ahead and make our boss battle. I think for this boss battle, I'll have it set up to where there's a wall you can't get through without a P-switch, and maybe we'll put the P-switch on a track. And we'll put the track off screen so it takes a while to get there, and once it falls down, you can step on it, but by then, Bowser Jr. will be dead, so we'll try to time it to where you'll have to fight Bowser Jr. long enough to possibly kill him before it drops down. That way it's not a skippable boss battle. Right now I'm just trying to make some sort of a little boss fighting area. Definitely needs some work to get touched up here, but it's a good start. These little stilt semi-solid platform looks pretty cool. It looks like it's being held up by all these little stilts. We're gonna go ahead and make this like a little room here. Kind of messed up there, but we'll go with it. I don't like the look of those blocks. Let's go ahead and cover those up. And let's fix this so it looks like there's stilts holding this whole section up. That looks pretty good. Let's close this off so you can't spin jump on top of there. We'll make this look like a little room you gotta get to exit. Lastly, we'll put a door there that'll take us to the axe at the end. A bunch of super obvious arrows, which feels like a Super Mario World level to me. They always like to put arrows towards the end of levels. And let's put something up here that'll fall into the lava after we hit the axe. Since we've been battling a lot of koopa troopas, let's go ahead and put a bunch of koopas up here. We'll make them red so they don't just fall off the side. Let's test this out. That looks pretty cool. It makes the ending a little more big. And let's put some lava bubbles down here. Just for something to look at when you come through that door. It looks kind of cool. People might not even notice it, but it adds a little bit to the feeling of the level. Let's put some lava bubbles in this section too while we're having the boss battle. It'll make it look a little bit cooler. Even though they won't actually be able to hit you, they'll just add some tension to the level. Let's go ahead and recenter them so they look a little better. And let's adjust this part. I don't really like the way that looked. That looks a bit better. Lava bubbles look good. That background looks a little better now. Let's make this a little room so that there's a ceiling. Let's go ahead and get Bowser Jr. in here. And this little fence platform will give us a way to dodge Bowser Jr. A little easier than jumping over him. Let's lay out the track for the P-switch to come down. Just want to make sure the end will be open so it'll fall down. And we'll put a little track piece down here that it can land on. That way it doesn't just fall off the stage. So now we're battling Bowser Jr. as the P-switch comes down. He takes one more hit. And actually timing on that was pretty good, so we'll probably leave that alone. Was able to kill Bowser Jr. after the P-switch fell down. I could hit it and exit through the door. Let's go ahead and put a fence background in to make this look a little cooler. That looks kinda cool. I think I might move it over just one more. That looks a little better. Testing that P-switch out one more time here. One more hit and he'll be dead. P-switch drops down right after the battle, so it's timed pretty well. Alright, let's just touch up a couple things here real quick. All that looks good. Let's do a quick test real quick. Got it sped up again so we can kind of just whip through it real quick. I'm just checking for any little things that might need touched up here. Yeah, everything seems to be playing really smooth. Bowser Jr. battle again. I tried to spin jump on him and forgot that you can't. Alright, all that looks good. I put the boss battle sound effect on Bowser and adjusted a few of these coins so that you could collect them a little easier. And that pretty much concludes the making process. So here we have Super Mario World Inspired is what I ended up naming the level. I'll have the course ID on the video here in a minute. So if you guys want to try the course out, there's the course ID up at the top. So I'll go ahead and let you guys watch this. You can see how it all came together. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. If you want more showcases, more videos like this, you know, whatever your favorite thing is, let me know because I try to cater to my subscribers. I'll go ahead and let you guys finish watching this and I'll be back after the end of the level. Alright, so Bowser Jr. is dead. We'll go to the end here and collect our axe, and we have beat the level. I think this level came together quite well. I think it does a good job of using Iggy's original castle as inspiration. Once again, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Till next time, see you guys around.